Better tasting coffee in our future, and some better wines too. Union Kitchen is focusing on their wine list on the vineyards. They're sustainable and biodynamic, and their goal is to showcase the wine as much as the food.
Marcy Jones is live at Union Kitchen in West Hartford Center to show us how they do it. Marcy, how's it going?
So great. I'm sandwiched in between two very handsome and very talented men. We've got Bish, General Manager, Sommelier, as well as Chef Michael. Now, you have prepared something that is going to be on your spring tasting menu. And I love that you guys switch it up. You make it seasonal. It's got to be so fun to play and create, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And for us, like, spring's very exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like winter, you kind of...
Oh my God, everybody gets the blues.
Yeah,
they want to stay inside.
Now it's starting to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's bright out. We're getting some nice, fresh, green, vibrant ingredients. So for us, spring is very important.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what have you whipped up?
So this is some new season asparagus that we very lightly roast. We want to keep the integrity of the vegetables, so we don't want to
keep talking while I get to try the fruits of your labor. Okay.
Of course. So another thing that I really enjoy about cooking is sauce work.
Okay.
So I feel like sauces are a nice vehicle to kind of tie a dish together. So this is sauce grabiche, so it's kind of like a warm aioli with some hard-boiled eggs, capers, cornichons, a good amount of vinegar to keep it nice and bright.
Yeah, it's got that pop. I love that.
And then a bunch of fresh herbs, which we like to call fiend herbs.
Yes.
And then we'd like to finish with a little bit of caviar. And we love caviar here, so we're a little generous.
I'm all for this. I love it. Thank you so much. That's incredible. Look at you. You should be a chef. All right, so Vish, so we tried these three wines a little bit earlier over on 3. Now we're on the wax. We've got to tell everybody what's up. So now since tasting this,
so here's the thing that's kind of...
What should we do?
Yeah, so you tell me, when you tasted the dish, was the asparagus prominent, the sauce, or the caviar?
Well, I got a lot of sauce because he was hyping it up,
Right.
which I loved, and it was very bright, and you got that hit of acidity.
Yep.
So I'm thinking something maybe like a little sweet.
Yeah, so exactly. So I think, you know, often don't just pair wine just based on one ingredient.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having steak today, but what if you're having that steak with like a sauce that's tangy? Like maybe a cab is not going to work with that. Maybe you want to go with an Italian red. Same with this.
Plus you got the caviar in there, so it gets a little bit salty. So you want something that's like all around. I would say maybe the second one, because I remember you said that had the rounded tropical fruits. Are you proud of me?
I better watch out. You might be coming from my job, Chef. Yeah, I think I like the second wine for 3 things. One, it's you talked about that rounded tropical fruit, so that's going to work really well with the sauce, which is also creamy.
Yeah.
But it does have acidity that's going to work with like that tang. What gives it acidity, Chef?
We use a vinegar from Daniel's.
Oh, okay.
So super bright, not too acidic.
Yeah.
But again, we just want to keep everything nice and light and fresh for the spring.
I love that.
Yeah, so acidity, so this wine has acidity too, but also this wine has like a good amount of minerality that works really well with something salty, like caviar, but still fresh with asparagus. So classically, you would think that you would go with something like a Gruner.
I was just going to say, which one? Okay.
But classically, you think you'd go with something with a Gruner, but it makes more sense to go with this Riesling, which is why it's important that you think about the dish, you narrow it down to 3 wines, you taste all 3 wines.
You've got to be so proud of yourself for making me like Riesling.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
I don't know if you guys remember, but over the last time that we were together, we were in Crush Wine Bar. We did that blind testing, and I was like, I only like Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. And he was like, really? Try this in the burlap sack. I picked the Riesling, and it really opens your mind when you're not overthinking the label or where it comes from or something like that. You know, it's all about what you're pairing it with and kind of the evening and the atmosphere. That makes a lot of sense. So what else are you looking forward to heading into this season here at Union Kitchen?
So we're going to have a new menu rollout next week with this new tasting menu. So it's a 6-course tasting menu paired with wines. You can do the wines if you wanted, or if you don't, but this is Wine Wednesday, so you want to do the wines. You know, it's available 7 days a week. We offer it for dinner every day. And I think it's a really fun opportunity to try a bunch of different dishes, hear from Chef, you know, the inspirations behind all of those dishes, and the wines too.
And you were saying that, you know, at both places, your chefs are so great. They come around, they check in with everybody, and it's not a pretentious, you know, I'm doing this to look good. It's really because you guys care about the experience, you care about what your guests think, and it's just, it makes you feel so welcome and not intimidated by exceptional food and incredible wine.
Definitely. I think cooking and working in restaurants is a very personal endeavor. forever for a lot of us. We like taking care of people, and chefs like creating dishes and coming up with new dishes. So it's a personal thing, and sharing it is genuine and it's from the heart. We want people to have a good time when they come in here. So.
Well, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for having us. And I know that the winos out there that watch Wine Wednesday love Vish, and of course Chef Michael too now, because I heard last time we did Crush Wine Bar, there was a line out the door to get in. So do the same thing for Union Kitchen.
You know what's so nice? It's always a learning experience on Wine Wednesday.
Absolutely.
The different regions, just like the different tastes, the different pairings.
I love the fact that he put it behind closed doors and let her sample it and say which one it is.
Yeah,
because
it's fun.
It's very true.
Yeah.
You might like something that you don't think you'd like.
It's a whole experience.
Yep.
All right, and maybe next you're going to like this